What is going on, comic fam? It's your boy, the Bearded Comic Bro, and it is time for my Baltimore Comic Con haul video. That's right, I bought creator-owned books. I bought signature signed books. I bought trades. I bought con exclusives. Gang, there's so much here to break down. I can't wait to share what I got at Baltimore. I think I got a little bit. With that being said, let's talk comics.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus.
Okay, gang, let's talk about my comic haul. We're doing it in sections because that pile of comics scared the bejesus out of me. Like, holy buckets, that was a lot of comics. So we're going to break it down into 3 sections. We're going to break it down into trades, con exclusives, and then we're going to break it down into signatures and books that I was hunting for. And then I'm going to show you my favorite thing that I picked up at the very end of this video. So stay tuned. So up first, I got to talk to you guys about trades. I know you guys are like, holy cow, that's a lot of trades. And it is. However, there was this booth that had $5 trades, and I couldn't resist. Mars, that comic girl, she told me about this place right off the bat. So we went and got some signatures that we needed to hit first on our first day at the con. And then we beelined it over to this trade store. And I went a little crazy. So I want to share with you guys what I got. Up first, I got AWA. I picked up Old Haunts. This is one I still hadn't gotten to read yet, so I was super excited about it. Rob Williams, Ollie Master. Rob Williams is doing the new series by AWA called Out right now. Picked up Haha, Maxwell Prince. I kind of stopped reading it after issue 2, I think, and people said you got to try it. So for $5, I said, you know what, I'm going to pick it up and see if some of the other stories resonate with me. Picked up Superman Smashes the Klan issue number 1. I hadn't gotten to read this yet, so I'm excited. I found that. That was sweet. I picked up Ryan Parrott's Dead Day from Aftershock. Awesome book. If you guys did not read this series, really cool concept where the dead come back for one day and how they interact with people. So cool. Picked up DC Meets Hanna-Barbera because you know I love crossovers and mashups. Let's go. Picked up Commanders in Crisis by Steve Orlando. You guys know we talked about Steve Orlando was on my show on Monday, and Commanders in Crisis we didn't even get to talk about very much because he has so many great books. This is from Image, and this is one of his few stories that I haven't gotten to read yet, so I was super excited about it. Picked up Wretches from Scout Comic. This is again James Roach. He's been on the show. I had to support. So a lot of these trades, what I started to do was getting trades of people I had on the show to support because I really like supporting creators and things like that. Resonant, David Andre. This is one that I have not read yet, and I know Bruce and Stephanie from Bruce and Stephanie Comics were raving about. I know a lot of the Burrito Boys like Resonant, Poser, and stuff like that, so I was like, I got to check it out. Aberrant, you know Ryland Grant from my show. I have a lot of his stuff. I don't actually own the physical trade, so I had to get that from my homie Ryland Grant. This is a book called The Rift, gang. This is by Don Hanfield. He wrote The Mall, also someone I had on my show. But this is a really cool one because this was the story. If you remember, Apple Plus did a series right off the bat when they released their new streaming service called Amazing Stories. And I think this was like episode 6 about the pilot. This is what they utilize for that, which is really cool. So I'm excited to read this comic and then go watch that film. Drawing Blood by Kevin Eastman, David Avalone. Really cool book, story about concept, kind of like loosely based off of Kevin Eastman's life, dealing with creating a fan favorite and then fans not liking what they do with it sometimes, and Comic-Cons, and just a really super interesting read. Highly recommend reading Drawing Blood if you haven't. I'm going to save these 2 for last, I think. Yeah. You already see what they are. But Tart, Kevin Joseph, this is from Scout. This is one that Cole from Comic Burrito always talks about, and I said I had to get this. She Said Destroyed by Vault Comics. My friend Brent always raves about Lana and Lana's work, and this is just something that I had to pick up because Brent is a bad influence on me. The Artemis and the Assassin, Stephanie Phillips book. Gang, I'm telling you, $5 trades. How could I pass these up? Love what Stephanie does. Love this series. We Live was the hit of 2020. I think I wanted to get this just so I could give it to friends to read because I really think they would dig it. These weren't $5 trades, but these were special trades because I had to support my homie David Pepos. So I picked up Going to the Chapel, which he signed. And then I also picked up the Trade of Scout's Honor. Also, huge shout out to David. The OZ won a Ringo for best single story. Super awesome. I had David on talking about the OZ a couple times this last year, so that was really exciting. So if you missed that interview, go check it out because it is now Ringo Award winner, the OZ. Let's go. So now with that being said, let's look at the con exclusives. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of my Baltimore Comic-Con exclusives as well as some creator-owned books that I bought. One of the first ones I bought was Parallel. This is by Jason Douglas. Ringo Award, a nominee right there. Jason signed it for me. Had to get it. My homie, Justin Birch, the letter, who I got to hang out with at the con this weekend. Baltimore Comic-Con exclusive. Pretty cool. Had to support the homies on that. This was a Comic-Con exclusive, Baltimore Comic-Con. They released it early. It's After Dark. It's by Aftershock. It's a horror anthology. Jim Starlin, Colin Bunn, Joe Pruitt, just a whole bunch of great creatives on there. So I'm excited to check this out and see what it is like. Gang, this is a really cool one. This is the Chicken Devil issue #1. This is a New York Comic-Con, Baltimore Comic-Con exclusive. Very cool. If you watch my show on Friday nights with Comics Will Break Your Heart and Fire Guy Ryan and Will from Will to Beast Fitness, we talked about Chicken Devil and how it was one of my really favorite books that week. So check it out for sure. This is a really cool book that I'm excited to read. The Haunting by Falco. He was at a booth with Kat, who did By Visibility, as well as this was a book called American Dreams by Calvin, and they were super nice to sit there and talk with me about their books and why I should check them out, and I really am excited to check out these creator-owned books. I know Kat did the Dancer book that I know I kickstarted and things like this. This is a book that was given to me by my homie Mike Myers, who was at the con with us. Super cool. I'm excited to check out this book and see one he wrote. He does a lot of lettering for comics, but this is one that he wrote, so that's cool. This is a really cool set that I got. This is Pablo the Gorilla. This is a book created by Don Wynn. Signed it for me. So excited to read this. This is the special variant done by Dustin Wynn. And then Don hooked me up with a sketch cover that he did at the con for me of the gorilla. I'm so excited to read this story. I love having sketch covers done for me. Super cool. Don was an awesome person. Make sure you support all these creators that I mentioned. Check out their Kickstarters. They're always doing stuff. I'm hoping to have a handful of them on my show here throughout the next year. Just get to talk to them about their Kickstarters and their love for comics. So with that being said, we're going to look at signed books. We're going to look at some books I found. I didn't get a lot because I spent so much on trades. And then we're going to look at the Piece de Resistance, the one book that I was super excited to get at Baltimore Comic-Con. All right, gang, let's look at the signed book. I had to get my issue #1 of Scout's Honor, signed by David Pepos. You know I'm a big Dick Tracy fan here, gang. I got these Dick Tracy comics signed by Joe Staton. He is an illustrator for Dick Tracy. Super cool to have that one. Hooked me up. I got a super dope print that I will show, not in this video, but another time. Really cool. That's going to go to my Dick Tracy collection over there. I mean, come on. I couldn't pass up these Dick Tracy books. Super sweet. Joe signed them all for me. Very nice. Again, we talked about, if you watched my interview on Monday with Steve Orlando, we talked about Project Patron a lot. So when I met Steve, I was like, I've got to get him to sign issue #1 for me. Super cool to have that now in my collection. If you haven't read Project Patron, it's coming out in trade here, I think in November. Go get it for sure. A couple more signed books, but let's look at what some of the books I picked up. So you know I'm not going to the con. I'm not picking up some Batman books I need for filler. So I got Batman issue 287 with this penguin cover. So freaking good. My Batman run is getting closer and closer to hitting from 200 to 713, almost complete. Just getting some big boy books in there that I gotta spend some moolah, and so maybe if I don't go to cons, I can save up and get some of these books. Got the Foil Boy right there, Catwoman from Batman 44. I just had to get it. I thought it was super cool. Really love this cover. Up next, we got Batman 368. This is that Jason Todd cover. Whew, had to get this. I'd been hunting for it. Found a super good deal at the con on it. I couldn't pass it up. It was beautiful. Up next, I got Superman issue number 4, aka first appearance of Bloodsport. What is up from the Suicide Squad movie? Idris Elba, such a good role in that. Super excited. I know the Suicide Squad movie hyped a bunch of these first appearances, and I'm super excited to get this now. I just need to get some others in my collection. All right, we're going to some signed books. Gang, this is Strange Adventures number 1, signed by Tom King, Mitch Gerads, and Doc Evan Shaner. And it was so cool to get to meet them and talk with them. I couldn't pass up getting this book signed. I had to do it. So, gang, this is something I've been starting to do more often, is getting these anthologies or these 80th anniversary special books where the whole bunch of creative teams are on it. And I just thought it was super cool. So we got Becky Coonan's signature is up there. Steve Orlando's on here. Amy Reeder is on here. Tom King, and on Wonder Woman's bicep there is the number 1, because first ever time Tom King signed that book. Then up here we got Doc Evan Shaner. Really cool. He drew the state of Michigan there because person in front of me asked where Doc was from, and then he said Michigan. And so as he went to take my books, I took them away. I said, I don't want you to sign these now that I know you're from Michigan. To which he responded, it sounds like something someone from Ohio would say. And so we laughed about it, and then he took my books and started signing it. And as soon as he started to draw that state of Michigan, I was cracking up because I was like, well played, Doc, you got me. So now my Wonder Woman has a state of Michigan always there, a part of it. So well played. That's what I love about cons, just having fun with the creators and just joking around, and it's a blast. Gang, if you've been watching my show before, you know I've been doing this. This is kind of what started my trying to get as many creators as I could on here. Batman issue number 50. It started with David Finch. Then I got Neil Adams. Then I got Mitch Gerads on there. Then I got Greg Capullo. And then I got Becky Cloonan at this con, and the piece de resistance was getting the writer, Tom King, to sign this. I'm looking forward to adding more names to this, but this is filling out so nicely. I love this cover, and I love having this special piece of just comic book history in my heart, because I love Batman, and I love all these creators and what they do for the story of Batman. Now, gang, I'm excited to share with you the one thing that when I knew I was going to Baltimore, I was instantly like, I've got to get this thing. So freaking dope. And without further ado, got the Stray Dogs by Tony Fleece, Trish Forstner, Goosebump variant cover. You got the Image Comic logo right there where the Scholastic book, it's supposed to be. Welcome to the Doghouse. It's a glow-in-the-dark cover. This is a Bird City Comics exclusive and Baltimore Comic Con exclusive. Again, it glows in the dark. You've got the dog there. You've got the killer from the movie there. Not the movie, but the comic book there. And it's freaking Goosebumps. Are you kidding me? How dope is this cover? Like, I couldn't pass that up. I was like, as soon as I knew I was going, I was like, I have to go to Baltimore Comic Con and get this, because I was already having people hunt for this for me when I knew it was going to be an exclusive at the Baltimore Comic Con. But man, it was so cool. And they also threw in this cool print of it. Super neat. So a lot of signed books, a lot of trades, a lot of fun time meeting other YouTube creators and comic creators. Gang, Baltimore Comic Con is one of the best cons. Y'all need to come with us next year because it's going to be a blast. Again, I can't wait. What's something that you wish you had that I got? I want to know what's your favorite that I picked up at Baltimore Comic Con. And with that being said, hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out. Peace.